Hey there, Sit and Spin fans, I'm Charlie Bucket, and I got a golden ticket. Now, it's just your host, Joe, and thanks for tuning into another episode of Sit and Spin, where I do have a golden ticket of sorts in a new release. No, it's not the new album from Phoenix, which was good and I enjoyed it. Didn't set my world on fire or light me up like the last album did. It's not the new Rob Zombie, because I haven't listened to it yet. And it's none of the other new releases that came out this week, except for this, the new concert release from Whitesnake, made in Japan. Filmed and recorded on the band's 2011 tour for the last album, Forevermore. Whitesnake has been a going concern for 35 years now. That's right, 35 years that Whitesnake has been rocking your world. Ever since David Coverdale left Deep Purple and formed the first Whitesnake back in 1978. It's pretty much just been Coverdale and whoever he's decided to have in the band at the time, and over the years that's changed a lot, back from the early days when they were a hard rock and bluesy style band, through their 80s heyday with the 1987 album Whitesnake, where everybody in America pretty finally got to know about them. And pretty much going since then. There was only a little brief hiatus in the mid to late 90s where Dave just did some solo stuff, but he reconvened the band in 2002 with what's pretty much remained a consistent lineup, especially in guitars Doug Aldrich and Reb Beach. And with those two guys, you've got one of the best sounding Whitesnakes ever. It resulted in two of the best releases they've ever put out. In 2008's Good to Be Bad, and 2011's Forevermore, which is their last studio release. And in Doug Aldrich, you've got probably the best creative foil for David Coverdale I think he's ever had. I know that's probably saying a lot considering some of the talent that's come through that band, but I think it's true because they've finally been able to merge the early bluesy sound from the early days with the more rockin', firepower, flashy sound that got him noticed in the 80s for a sound that's kind of a great melding of the two things. And with a guy like Doug Aldrich, you got a classic old school blues schooled guy who does really well on the Bernie Marsden, Mel Galley type stuff from the early band, but also has the firepower and fury of a guy like John Sykes. And on the other hand, the other side of the coin, you got a guy like Reb Beach, who's got the more modern guitar pyrotechnics and has the finesse and fluidity of guys like Adrian Vandenberg and Steve Vai. So you kind of get a great cover of all those, plus a little bit more of a modern edge with what those guys add on their own too, which it makes for awesome concert stuff. And if you're a real guitar fan, there's also a nice little 6-string showdown between the two guys in the band. But this new release is really good concert video, much cheaper than going to see a show if you can't afford the concert prices these days. And checking them out and looking at a lot of the great shows that are coming up, it's getting outrageous. Far cry from the day when I saw bands like this in their prime and it cost me relatively nothing or nothing at all. When I was writing for magazines and stuff, got to see them for free. But if you can't make it to a concert, definitely something you want to check out. This release actually comes as a CD with as a CD with bonus DVD and a bonus CD release, or you can get it just on DVD, or if you're like me and you have to have the best quality picture and sound, you want the Blu Ray of Made in Japan. Stick it in your face there. But definitely good to check out. Great show. Coverdale started to show his age a little bit. He looks pretty sprightly and really fit for a guy who's 61, and his vocals are in top form, and that's really the important part. The rest of the band is rocking too, and again, great release. Definitely check it out if you got the time, or if you're a fan at all. You won't be disappointed. We'll catch you next time on Sit and Spin, where we'll be talking about something else in the music world that's popping up new. And I'll give you a hint, it's also going to probably be a DVD release and has something to do with a topic we were talking about a couple Sit and Spins back, and it might lead to some more upcoming discussion about that, where I'll ask you your opinions on some other great stuff. But you'll have to tune in next week's episode to find out what it is. Talk to you later.